In this video, I want to go over where you can find rubrics and the feedback that I write for you in Gradescope. So in Gradescope, if you go in and click on an assignment, so this is an old class that I taught and an old submission on something. So you'll see your work here, and then you'll see a bunch of numbers, problem numbers on the right. So the problem numbers, you might notice, all have links. That means they're all clickable. So if I click on something like 9b here, if I click on that, it'll show me a rubric for the question. And the item that's bolded and has a check mark next to it, that's the item that applies for you. So this student lost 0.5 points, so half a point for this reason. Doesn't show how they obtained something. Don't worry about what that means. That's something that we learned in this other class, so it's not relevant to us. Okay, so if I click on 9b again, it'll minimize that rubric. So if I go to a different problem now, like 10a, and I click on that, there's a couple other ways you might see me write feedback. So this rubric item now is selected that says incorrectly says true, and that's why they lost 3 points. But underneath that, there's a comment written. So sometimes you'll see I write comments underneath these rubric items. That's one place to look for them. I can also write comments in little thought bubbles like this. So here it says the Wronskian something something something. Don't worry about the exact words. But that's another way that you can look for my comments. Okay, so if I unselect that now, and let me go to one more. If I click on 10D, there's a rubric item selected, the one that's highlighted and has a check mark next to it. That's the one that applies to you. And then sometimes I might write comments on your work like this, by circling or marking stuff, and then actually writing in the comments in words. So that's something important to look out for. I wanted to record this video because I'm getting some questions about people being unsure where their errors are on quizzes and on exams. So this is the first place that you should look. You should click on each problem to see, what does the rubric say? What did you lose points for? Did I write any feedback for you? Did I write any comments for you? Looking at that feedback, looking at that those comments is really important, because that's the primary way that I give you feedback on these assessments.